Hey y'all, it's Michaela Janae here, back with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be playing in some makeup. Now you're going to see my model and my homegirl. Her name is Kyra. I'm going to have her Instagram link down below. You all need to be following her because she is gorgeous and she needs to be seen by the masses, okay? So I'm starting off with brows, and don't come for me. I already know that I made her brows two different shapes, but that's why I'm doing this video and that's why I put it out, because I am in cosmetology school, and that's why I call these vlogs in the making, because I'm still practicing. I want to get better. I want to keep learning. So that's why I was so glad she allowed me to practice on her. Her brows, her natural brow shape is, a little bit different. Brows are not sisters, they're a little bit of cousins, okay? So it's your job as a makeup artist to make them as symmetrical as possible, and that's where I kind of failed with this. But you see me filling them in with eyeshadow, and then I am going to conceal them. I used a lighter concealer underneath her brows, and on top I used her foundation shade. And in this video is also a full face of e.l.f. All the products I'm using are e.l.f. except for the eyeshadow. So right now I'm applying some more concealer as her eyeshadow base, and now I'm going into my Morphe 3502 palette, which is my favorite palette for, soft, natural glams like this one. She's not, used to wearing eyeshadow, so we want to do something kind of safe on the first go. So I just did a nice, subtle eye look, and yeah, it's looking really good so far. I'm placing the colors, and this is the same eyeshadow color. I'm basically just building it up to make it a little bit darker. And I want to keep it pretty simple, so I didn't use too many shades, but next time, and there will be a next time, we're going to link up again. We're going to do a little bit more of a bolder eye look. And right now, I'm just taking some gold out of that palette, and the Maybelline highlighter, I'm using that on her lid, and I just sprayed my brush with a little bit of the Mario Badescu spray, and that just makes the glitter just shine. It makes it look wet. So now I'm going in with a bit of a darker brown on the outer edges of her eyes, and I'm just kind of smoking that out. The key to eyeshadow is blending. Blend everything in. You don't want any harsh lines. You want everything to be nice and blurry. So I'm just going to go back and continue to blend everything out. Right now you see me highlighting underneath her brow. Once again, I'm using that Maybelline, I think it's like a Master Chrome. That's what I believe I'm using, but everything I'm using will be down in the description bar. Right now I'm going in with a eyeliner pencil that I recently picked up, and I actually got this from TJ Maxx, and it's just a black color, so I'm kind of just smoking that out, and later I will go on top of it with a dark brown eyeshadow. I didn't want to do any liner because, like I said, this is a soft glam, so I want to keep it nice and soft. So right now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Luminous Primer, and I also actually picked this up from TJ Maxx, so make sure y'all are going to TJ Maxx for the makeup, okay? And right now I'm just blending it in with this brush that I got from Walmart. It's like a paintbrush, and it applies foundation great. So right now I'm going in with her foundation shade, and like I said, that's going to be listed down below also. I'm just rubbing that in, and of course I will go in with a beauty blender to blend it out, because when you're applying foundation, you want to do it with a brush and then go in with a sponge, just so everything could be blended. Like I said, makeup is all about blending. So of course my sponge is dampened. I went and go run that under some water, child, so it could be nice and wet. Right now I'm going in with some concealer, and that is actually the Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm gonna have the name down below, of course, and I'm just putting that everywhere I want to highlight. And right now I'm still, messing with how I want to, have my faces. But one thing I love about makeup artistry, I never want to be the makeup artist that only does one face and has all of her clients looking the same. That's not what I want at all. I want every makeup look to be unique to that person, how they like their face to look. I don't want them to look like an entire new human being. So how much I build up the coverage of the foundation and the concealer depends on that person. So this time I just put on like 2 layers of that concealer. Now I'm going in and cream contouring once again with the e.l.f. contour palette. And I'm going to contour her nose and her cheek and underneath her jawbone. And it's really important to make sure you're placing your contour in the right place. Now I am just blending that out with my sponge, and it's important to blend up and not down with your contour. Then I'm going to apply a little bit of a darker color right along them cheeks, just to give her more of a chiseled look around her face and a little bit on the forehead, because it's all about creating those shadows. When you're doing makeup, you have to realize what you're doing. When you're contouring, you're making things look smaller and you're creating a shadow. So that's what I was doing, and right now I'm blending in her nose contour with a eyeshadow brush, but it's more on the larger side. So I'm just going to continue to blend that in, because we don't want any harsh lines. So next I'm going in with my bronzer palette by e.l.f. once again, just mixing a couple colors. Now I'm going to set with the Airspun powder. Like, I love this powder. It is so great. But, you know, for oilier skin, you have to use a little bit more. So you could be pretty generous with it. From my experience, it doesn't give flashback or anything, so that's great. I didn't let her bake for too long, so I'm just going to, you know, swipe that off. But most of it, you know, I want it to set pretty well into the skin. So I'm just going to continue to blend everything together. So now I am applying a little bit of blush, and I don't even remember what I used for blush, but I'm going to put it down below. Now I'm applying a little bit of highlighter, and that is the Maybelline, of course. Once again, that's like my favorite highlighter. Like, it's just such a pretty color, but it's not too blinding. A lot of people don't want to be super shiny anymore, so it's just the right amount of glow. Right now I'm going in with a lip liner, and this lip liner is by NYX. We were going for more of a reddish pink type of look instead of, like, you know, a dark brown. It looked a little bit more natural. So I'm also using the lip palette from e.l.f. So that worked really well, and I was very happy with that. And then I'm going to go in with my lip gloss, and this is just some Beauty Supply lip gloss, my favorite kind, okay, nice and cheap. So now I'm just going in with the brush and just continuing to blend the face together. It's all about making sure everything blends. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now I'm going in with the eyeshadow that I used in her crease. I'm putting that underneath her eyes, and I'm going to apply a little bottom mascara. Kyra has super long lashes, so the bottom mascara is a must. It just adds to the look, and I loved it. It was so nice. And I'm basically just using Walmart mascara. Now I'm going in with that same highlighter and a little bit of the eyeshadow out of the Morphe 352 palette to highlight her inner corner. And right now you see me drowning her in the setting spray, and this is the finale, you guys. Look at my friend. This girl is gorgeous. She is so pretty. I actually did cut her hair this day, and I recorded a video on that, so make sure you guys are subscribed and you're staying tuned so you guys can see how I did that. But she was feeling it. She loved it. I loved it. This was so fun to create, and I'm so thankful that she allowed me to do this. If you guys enjoyed this video, please go ahead and click the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Make sure you're following me and Kyra on Instagram, and I'll see you guys back for another video.